What's up, conscious creators? In this quick video, I'm going to be explaining how I keep taking consistent action towards my manifestations, towards what I want to create in this world, despite fears, doubts, and insecurities. Because although I help people overcome these things in my coaching, it doesn't mean that I don't ever experience these thoughts and feelings myself. I do. The question is, do I constantly heed to them? Do I believe all of them? And so this is the trick here, to be present, to know yourself as the observer of these thoughts and feelings without instantly identifying with them and then therefore carrying out the behaviors associated with them. Let's say you have a thought of self-doubt. I'm not capable. I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough. Usually we just identify with that thought, that we believe that to be us. It has a sense of self in it. We zoom down onto the thought, I'm not good enough. Me, am not good enough. That's the thought. We invest our sense of self in that thought. So what you're going to do is start breaking this cycle by noticing yourself as the awareness, as the aware space, as the presence in which this thought and the corresponding feeling arises within. That it's not who you essentially are. As the thought appears, you don't just suddenly appear. And as it disappears, you don't disappear. So that proves that it's not essential to you. It's not who you essentially are. Who you essentially are is the awareness in which the thought and the corresponding feeling arises within. So be that awareness. Be the observer. Notice yourself being aware of the thought and feeling without instantly identifying with it, zooming your attention down onto it, believing it, and carrying out associated behaviors. Stay internally still. Stay present. Make your home as the awareness that you essentially are. And then eventually the thought will change into something else, or it will disappear. And then you're just left with the feeling. And prior to any thoughts that say it's unwelcome, it might not be the most comfortable sensation in the world. Perhaps there's some contraction type feeling or adrenaline type feeling, maybe some like energy if the fear is really there. This fearful feeling, it's not comfortable. But it's not that bad and it won't kill you. When you just be the space that it arises within and start to see some space around it, start to see that it doesn't necessarily permeate your whole being. It is a bodily sensation and it will eventually be dissolved through the light of your awareness. So be the awareness prior to the thoughts and feelings and see the thoughts and feelings arise within awareness and eventually dissipate. Usually the thought will change first because it's only as long as a sentence or a story. When you move your attention back into the present moment and just be with the feeling, you take the energy away from the thoughts and you stay with the feeling. If you keep following the thoughts, then there will just be more of a story there and more of a reason why you can't do something, you're not capable, you're not good enough, whatever it is. Of course, there is legitimacy in questioning the validity of the thoughts. Perhaps you have a thought that you're not good enough at something, but it doesn't necessarily come from a fearful place. Perhaps it's a recognition that you need to brush up on your skills in a certain area before you do something else. That's intelligent. That's perfectly reasonable. You don't want to get yourself into perfection paralysis, but it's reasonable to recognize that there are things you can learn and do and ways in which you can upgrade your skills and knowledge to be able to serve yourself and people and the world better. Of course, I'm not denying that. But me and you both know that most of these negative thoughts that people are experiencing, most of these fears, doubts, and insecurities aren't around these practical issues. They're around, what will people think of me if I do this? I'll look like a fool. I'll look like an idiot. I'll embarrass myself. I'm not worthy enough. I'm not deserving enough. They're useless and they're negative and they're keeping us down. So don't believe in all of them. Be the awareness that they arise and fall within. Stay with the fearful feelings prior to the thoughts. Dissolve the fearful feelings through the light of your awareness, through your presence, and then take action from there despite the fear. Peace.